Welcome to Podbean Academy's How to Start a Podcast track. In this video, we're going to take you through some high-level steps and considerations for you to kickstart your podcasting journey. Remember, for even more in-depth dives to each topic, check out the other videos and pieces in our track here. Let's dive in. Now, first things first, congratulations on getting started with your podcast. It all starts with an idea, and your podcast's why is the driving force behind you starting your show. What's your passion? Who's your podcast for? And why are you starting a podcast? Craft a compelling elevator pitch that sums it all up and grabs your listeners' attention. And of course, give your podcast a name that resonates with your content and gives your listeners an idea of what they can expect from your show. Also, knowing why you'll be creating your show helps you focus in on the type of content you're going to be creating. It also helps you figure out who your audience is and helps you answer a bunch of questions before you even hit the record button. Once you've got your concept, plan your episodes and plan your content strategically. Consider your episode length. How long would you like each podcast to be? In podcasting, there's so many different lengths of podcasts. You can have a podcast that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You can even have podcasts that are hours long. So be sure to consider your episode length, whether that's a 15-minute episode or a 1-hour deep dive into your content. A key piece to podcasting success is making sure that you're organizing your content. Create a content calendar and stick to a posting schedule. Remember, in podcasting and growing your audience, consistency is key. There's nothing wrong with down the line changing how you do things, changing your posting schedule, and even changing the content that you release. That being said, it is great to have a plan up front with how you plan to create and release your content. But it's a great idea to plan up front how you're going to create and release your podcast. Now it's time to get a little bit technical. And by technical, I mean talking about recording your podcast. And I promise you that even though we're using technology to record your podcast, it couldn't be easier, and there's a lot of easy things and great solutions out there that'll help you get up and recording and editing and producing in no time. Remember, when it comes to recording, efficiency is going to be your best friend. Invest in the right hardware and software, which is going to ensure the best audio quality. This is a topic that we're going to dive into a bit deeper later, so stay tuned. One of the biggest pieces of advice I give to any podcaster who's thinking about starting a podcast is it's just a matter of getting started sometime. And the great news is you probably already have the technology in your pocket that you need to start a podcast. It's easy to take out your phone, download the Podbean app, start an account, and start recording your podcast using our mobile podcasting studio. If you already know that you're going to be taking this to the next level, then investing in the right software and hardware up front is going to make your podcasting experience that much easier. If you already have a laptop, take a look into some different free softwares like Audacity and Hindenburg. And if you're an Apple laptop user, then your Mac should already have GarageBand pre-installed on it. You can also look into some USB microphones that'll plug right into your laptop and give you great audio quality in a breeze. Now remember, your podcast needs an identity. Since you already answered your why, you should have some pretty good ideas for your podcast art. Design a catchy logo or design some really cool art that defines your show. For hosting, choose a reliable platform that you can upload your content to and have your content distributed to all the popular directories. We'll also be exploring the mysterious world of RSS feeds. Remember, your RSS feed is a crucial part of how you get your content on all the popular directories like Apple Podcasts and more. So now you've hit the publish button. What next? I'll tell you what's next. Promoting your podcast and podcast promotion. You want to grow your podcast. You want to get more people listening to your show. To start, market your podcast on social media, leverage your network, and connect with other podcasters to do some cross-promotion for your show. Remember to always engage your audience with listener feedback and interaction. And using your podcast in different channels, there's lots of ways to inspire communication and sharing of your content. Think about different ways that you can build engagement into your show. Building a loyal following does take time, but I promise you, it is worth the effort. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to go grab a notebook or download the pack here. I want you to answer the following questions, which are really going to help you define your first steps for creating your show. Why am I starting my podcast? Who is my ideal listener? What are some show name ideas? How long do I want my episodes to generally be? How often do I plan on releasing my episodes? How am I going to record my show? What gear or software do I currently have, or what gear am I going to need to record? What are some ideas for podcast art? Once you've completed this, you should have a better idea of your podcast's identity and how you're going to grow, create, and develop your awesome new podcast. That's it for our high-level overview of starting a podcast. Remember, our upcoming videos are going to be deeper dives into these topics to help you become a podcasting pro. Happy podcasting, and we'll see you in the next video.